Hello everyone, I am Akshay. Today I am going to demonstrate task 4.1p of unit SAT 331, which is full stack development. So let's begin. Starting with, let's see that what this task is and what this task wants us to do. So in this task, we have to further extend the version of task 3.2p as in which we have to set up and make the communication connection between the database. So to connect it with database, we have to make two classes which are robotcommandaccess.cs and mapdataaccess.cs. In these files, I had initialized all the endpoints for connection with the database, and I had used Azure Data Studio as the database to store the data. Now let's take a look on the codes. So first of all, if we talk about the map.cs and robotcommand.cs program files, then these both files are same which I had used in 3.2p. In these files, I had initialized the variables and constructor. Then let's take a look on mapdataaccess.cs. Firstly, I had used the namespace of robot_controller_API to organize the different classes. Then after this, in mapDataAccess class, I had made the connection string which contains the field of the database such as the host, username, password to make the connection with the database. Then in this getMaps method, all the maps are being fetched from the database, as here I had made a list. npg_SQL connection is a class provided by npg_SQL library which I had declared earlier. So it represents a connection with PostgreSQL database. Here I had used the select star from map query to fetch all the maps. It creates map object from the fetched data. Next, this execute header reader is used to execute the SQL command which I had used as cmd and fetch the result. Then in this while loop, this read function checks the condition as if it is true or false. Inside this loop, the data of these all variables is accessed. Here the columns are assigned to the variables such as IP, ID columns, etc. And this creates an instance of map classes. Lastly, when all the rows are processed, then the map list is returned. Now this loop will be used for all the commands. Now next, this getSquareMap method is used to fetch the data of square maps only. And here I had used this query which is select star from map where square is equal to true. To do this, similar to getMap method, the iteration will begin and creates the object of the map. Then this getMapById is used to fetch the specific map by using its ID. It uses select star from map where id is equal to @mapid query. Then, if a map with the given ID exists, then it creates and returns the map object. This addMap method is used to add a new map to the database, as it uses insert query for this and modifies all the parameters accordingly. After this, the update map updates the existing map in the database. It uses update query to perform this. Nextly, this delete map is used to delete the map from the database by using delete query. Lastly, this check coordinate checks if the coordinates are within the map size. So this was all about mapDataAccess.cs. Now, same as the mapDataAccess.cs, the robot command data access only have same process. As here I had used the namespace connection string and list, which are same as the mapDataAccess.cs. Now talking about the commands, so here the get robot commands fetch all the robot commands from robot command table, as it uses select star from a robot command query to fetch all the data from the table. Here also it iterates the result from while loop and creates robot command object. Then this get move commands only is used to fetch the data in which the move command is true. It uses select star from robot command where isMove command is true query. Now the get command by id is used to fetch a robot command by using its ID, and it uses this query. Then add robot command adds a new robot command to the robot command table. It uses insert for inserting new rows into a table. Then this update robot command is used to update an existing robot command. It uses update statement. Now lastly, this delete robot command deletes a robot command from the table by using delete statement. So this was robot command data access.cs code. Now if we talk about the map controller and robot command controller.cs, then both these files are almost same as task 3.2p, but there are bit changes. By doing these changes, I had connected the commands with the database for updation. To do this, I had used robot controller API.persistence namespace, which contains classes of both the files. Then the map data access got visible to this file, and I had used it with all the endpoints to fetch all the data from the database. And to perform this, it creates retrieve, update and delete operation for both robot commands and map in the database. Now let's test the code by running it in both the Postman and Azure. So in this task, I had previously made the output video, but I had does not explain my code there. So now let's check the output of my code.